Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Venitia and this is going to be a timeless reading meant to find you when you need to listen to it. So I'm going to use several decks that I own, so I'm going to give them a good shuffle and I'm going to read this as I go along. So of course it may not resonate with your situation as it is a general reading, so please take what resonates and drop the rest that don't. Okay, we have the card of solitude. So this means that you have to go through something alone. You have to make it on your own. You have an important choice to make. Okay, you cannot take everything with you in this particular problem that you are facing. You must need to face it on your own. So there is a portal, so are you going to go through that door and start again, start a new path? Maybe you need to be on your own in order to take the best decision and in order not to be influenced by anyone. And so we have this card, which is confrontation. So this means that you really have to face something here, something very important. It may include some, this is a hard, you see the fire. So there could be someone who is like spitting fire towards you. This could be very hard. We also have loss, we have the heavy burden, and we have seduction. So I do sense that here someone has been stealing your energy and now you are confronting that person, because you do realize that this person has been wearing a mask and this has been, eating up your energy. And now you need to take it back, because this is such a heavy burden and there is only so much that you can take. So of course it is hard, but I sense that here you are going to make it on your own, because it is also important for your energy, possibly for your health. And maybe you knew that for quite a while, but this person could be very seductive, very manipulative. So maybe you stayed probably too long in that situation, and now you do realize it's best to be on my own. Yes, we at the back of the deck we have the health card with a beautiful bride, and we have those two snakes intertwined here. That is a sign for health. So this means that now you have to make the right decision, because this is going to impact you also on your health. So you need to get back here, set some boundaries, and get back to a better state of things. So we are going to seek now with another deck, so we are going to have confirmation of that situation. This could involve a relationship. I sense here you are not with the right person. You need to make a change in order to stabilize your life, in order to get right back on, well, we have the card of stability. So yes, to get right back on track and to have some sense of normalcy, because situation with that person could have been very confronting, possibly with violence. And there is something that is very important now, health wise, energy wise for you. And you could possibly, because this is the birth, there is a cradle on that card. So maybe you have a child with that person. Maybe you wanted to have a family and be stable with that person, but you cannot build a family and hope for stability with someone who is, I'm going to say deranged, who is eating up your energy, who is always confronting you, who is not sharing. So you need someone else, someone more stable. So I do sense that this is about love relationship. Of course you could say it's about work, but I sense that this is about love, this is about the relationship. And we have the man card and we have the wisdom. So, and you see this candle went off, like it goes up in smoke with someone. So that man was not reliable. If you want to have a family, wisdom says there is a new possible meeting here with someone, and it needs to be equal, and there must be sharing. And there is also the luck card. So trust your luck here, because there could be someone new on your path. So you must not stay probably in that situation. If you do make a change, if you leave a bad situation, your luck could change very rapidly. It's like you are making yourself ready for someone who, and at the back of the deck we have love. So yes, for someone who truly loves you. So stability, birth, it could be also birth of a new path for you, but this could involve a pregnancy, a child that you have. And you see, you have the weapon. So with the confrontation card, I sense that with that person, whether it's psychological or even physical, it's very hard to have stability with that person. That person is violent. It could be with words, it could be physical, but you have to protect your energy and set a strong boundaries, because now you deserve better. So we have here equity, which means again stability and health involved. We have the two snakes again on that card, and that is a symbol for health, as I mentioned earlier. So if especially you are expecting a child, you have to set boundaries. You have to protect your family. You have to, if you want to have a family, I think that you have a strong choice to make here. Do I stay with that person, or do I go alone now in order to get my life back on track and be with someone who truly deserves me? So this is the card protection. See, you need to protect yourself from bad energy, from bad people, from evil, I would even say. So Nike that you see here is a Greek goddess, okay? So you have to protect yourself, and there is sense that the situation might not be easy for you, but all in all, you have and you must seek protection for your health, protection for yourself, protection for all your new projects that you are about to give birth to. And we have the card order. So this is like the judgment card, the 10 commandments. So protection and order, it's like you are almost putting a restrictive order against that person. So it could be with legal matters and stuff, but it could also be, now I need to get my life back in order. And in order to do that, I have to protect myself from disillusion. So this was at the back of the deck. All the projects that you were building with that person were illusion. It all went up in smoke, because that person is not reliable. It is always loss of energy, a heavy burden to take, and that person is very manipulative and always into seduction. So everything that you are trying to build is going all the way up in smoke. It's all smoke and mirrors with that person, not reliable. So maybe you were too naive, maybe you were too trusting with that person. Now you need to reassess and be on your own and think about what is right and what is wrong, and what is right for you and what that person is doing to you. So these two cards just jumped up. So we have wisdom again. So we have wisdom and we have peace. Again, now you have to think about what is right for you. Think with your mind and try not to be all caught up in your emotion here, okay? And peace again, meaning, yes, you need to protect your peace. This is the wise thing to do. It's just not being selfish. And see, you have passion at the back of the deck. And when passion gets in your brain, gets in your heart, it's very hard to make rational decision here, okay? And again, we have treachery. So that person is not reliable. It's, you caught that person once, twice, and now you have to make that choice. That person is always going to be like that, trying to steal your energy and, not trusting. So treachery is very, well, you see the energy of the card. It's very dark and it's got its claws on you like that. And you have to learn to set the boundaries and defend yourself a little bit more maybe. But don't go right up in confrontation. Just avoid that. protect your peace, and if need be, cut off contact, because that person is trying to get back at you in order to fight with you and say hurtful words, and you don't need to expose yourself to that. You just can move on, because you don't have to explain yourself. This is for you and you alone. And so this card is Enterprise. You see, you have all the tools that you need in order to go with your projects here, whatever they may be, the project of a new life. This is the spirit of Enterprise. So you have everything that you need, and that person is most probably trying to block you because he needs your energy for his or her own project in life. But you have your own path to build, so you have everything that you are that you need, and you are a worthy person, and you are smart enough to see it through. So this is, well, legal stuff. So we have those two words crossed. So again, a sign of swords and confrontation. So be careful with that person, because that person won't let go very easily. So try not to get into the confrontation. Just avoid it at all costs, and there is good news on the way. So yes, this could move very fast here. I sense that you have to make a decision and that it won't last too long. See, that person is discontentment and boredom. That person likes to fight because he doesn't, like things to get out of his hands. So he's ruminating, I'm saying he, but you can reverse energy, he, she, we are in a general reading here. But discontentment and boredom, this person likes to go back at people, and when someone has it, leaves him alone, he doesn't like that, and so he's ruminating. So don't open the way for that person. Cut off. You see, that person could have had everything with you. There is a castle in the background. There could have been a family, a life, something that you were building together. But that person with his bad energy just threw it all up in the air. He's got problems that they are not your burden to take. This is not your fault. Again, we have wisdom. So this is coming up more than once. So it's very important. You know down deep inside that if you want to build something, see, we had wisdom before. If you want to build something, you already know that this is not possible with that person. You are the wise one. If you listen to your intellect and your inner gut, you know that despite the feeling that you have with that person, you are on two different paths. One path is with a family, something that you can build. With the other person, it was possible because of his energy, it threw it all up, in the air. It was burned down to the ground. Okay, that castle, it was possible, but no input from him. So this is an important path on your destiny. So this wheel of destiny can turn one way. You have the family life, you have the happiness, you have the peace of mind, you have something that is very strong with true feelings. And on the other side, you have discontentment and boredom. It's going to be, keeping on with the bad energy that you always knew with that person. They were problems since the beginning, and this is the confirmation. You have a positive movement, and you must go forward. You must leave a situation that no longer serves you behind you, and you have the spiritual strength. And that person is prisoner of his own fear, but he could make you feel also like you are living in fear. So do you want to be in a situation where you are living in fear, or do you want to listen to your inner strength and go forward on your life? Live something that you deserve with someone possibly new, maybe not already. It's probably a person that you don't know yet, but this is moving on. Okay, don't carry that heavy burden. I sense that there is something very, with that sun in the background, moving forward. Oh my God, we've got so many changes here. So your inner strength, okay, you have got, wow, you've got that new life here. You have got that inner fire inside of you, and the time, this card says you have to put things into action, and this is very, very clear. You have to concentrate on your need very strongly now. What do you need? And this is the reminder that life on earth is short. Life on earth is short, and that is so very true. You don't need one more bad day with that person. If you already know in your gut feeling that it is over, the card says your card is pure and life is short. So you have to move and you have to respect yourself, and if that person doesn't respect you, well, then it's over with that person. I'll see you tomorrow with other reading. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. Much love. Bye for now.